Elon Musk has teased the public with a lot of cool things over the past 15 years. A Tesla for $25,000, robotaxi, and even candy. Who's to blame for all of the projects that haven't blossomed into anything? Is it Elon not being punctual?
What went wrong?
I do have an issue with punctuality, I have to admit.
Or does he not care that much? Let's try to remember what Elon promised us and what we never got to see. The beginning of this story dates back to 2001, when Musk thought of Mars Oasis. He wanted to send seeds to Mars so that humanity would see the plants on the red planet and get inspired. Elon didn't succeed then, but it wasn't his fault. It's just that everyone's Mars plans were too far out and seeds couldn't catch a ride to the planet's surface. It turned out to be too expensive to buy a rocket, and this is how SpaceX was born. But it was quite different for other projects. Let's crack open the Pandora's box with abandoned ideas. The first one out is a snake charger. Tesla showed it in 2015, and the internet was filled with jokes about not dropping keys or soap next to the thing. The joke turned out to live longer than the project itself. Elon Musk only talked about it in 2020 during their conversation about autopilot. According to Elon, Tesla still has plans for a robotic snake charger. But when? Where? How? There are so many questions and we don't have any answers. There are no answers on the new batch of bricks by the Boring Company front either. They were supposed to be made out of concrete and soil leftover from tunnel boring. The bricks were to cost 10 cents a piece and were perfect for building affordable housing for charity. The first batch in 2018 didn't pass Elon Musk's standards. They were distributed within the company, and the bricks instantly went to collectors. Now they cost $200 a piece, and we haven't heard anything about that project ever since. The Tesla robotaxi also falls into the same long time coming category. Musk has been promising robotaxis for a number of years, but driverless Teslas still don't zip around Los Angeles or Berlin for some reason. And it's all because someone greatly underestimated the complexity of the project, not only on the technical side, but also on the government approval side of things. As a result, Elon Musk has a three-part implementation plan for robotaxis. First, Tesla has to develop the perfect software, then deploy it to the fleet, and then remove the driver from the equation. It's 2022 and the company is still somewhere between the first two steps of the plan. So there is still a chance, but all deadlines have been thrown out of the window. Well, in a race for meeting deadlines, Elon Musk has definitely secured the last place for himself a long time ago. In 2018, he stated that Tesla plans to open an old-school restaurant with roller skaters and rock music at a supercharger location in Los Angeles. Tesla has indeed begun construction in Santa Monica, but there won't be a diner or a drive-in theater. Musk promised that the project would be implemented in the Hollywood area, but this time he called the restaurant futuristic. So far, there is only one pin on the map of future supercharger in Hollywood, and it's supposed to open in the second quarter of 2022. Will Tesla have time to build a drive-in theater, charging stations and a restaurant there? We kinda doubt that, but we don't think they have completely abandoned the project. They most likely don't have enough time for it yet. In fact, all of the projects we mentioned aren't completely forgotten. They have every chance of being implemented. The only problem is prioritizing other tasks. It's unlikely that people will be thrilled if, instead of expanding the supercharging network, the Tesla team would throw all their efforts into snake chargers, right? Over the long years of being an entrepreneur, the delegation spirit did appear to Elon Musk several times. Among those projects are Hyperloop and OpenAI. Elon Musk co-founded OpenAI with Sam Altman as an attempt to slow down the emergence of super-advanced artificial intelligence. OpenAI wanted to ensure the openness of creating and using AI, as well as control programs that could create other programs. The idea is awesome, but in 2018, Elon Musk stepped down from OpenAI's board of directors due to a possible conflict of interest. After all, Tesla is actively developing autopilot, and Elon had a good chance of not being objective enough. Together with Elon, Andrew Karpathy also left to work on autopilot. Today, OpenAI is an independent company, although he still supports it. Hyperloop, a high-speed transportation system in a vacuum tube. Musk wrote down a concept in 2013, although it wasn't just his idea. Anyway, he left it open for the public, and now billionaires, engineers, and even entire countries are racing to create the first system ever. Elon himself didn't undertake the project. SpaceX built a mile-long test site in Hawthorne and holds competitions for the best capsule among student teams. It took Elon some time to learn to manage his time and effort. Fortunately, like any businessman, he understands when to wrap up the project because the market just doesn't need it. A somewhat funny but perfect example is the Boring Company candy. Elon Musk was set on creating candy, wanted to poke at Warren Buffett and his See's candies. He later admitted that he evaluated the market potential. He asked subscribers as well as Tesla and SpaceX employees to send him their favorite sweets. And in the end, Elon realized he simply won't come out with anything much better than what's already out there. A very interesting story happened with Musk's idea to found an independent media called Pravda. In 2018, he posted a series of tweets criticizing media bias against Tesla. Elon promised to create a website where the public could evaluate every article and track credibility of every journalist, editor, and media. He even wanted to buy the Pravda.com domain, but it was taken. The failure to bring this particular project to life probably lies in the fact that it was rather an impulsive response to constant criticism in the press. In 2013, there were headlines that Elon Musk plans to make a submarine car based on 007 movies. As a child, Elon thought the coolest thing he saw was the Lotus Esprit from the 1977 film The Spy Who Loved Me. By the way, in 2013, Musk bought the legendary car at an auction for almost $1 million, closed the gestalt, so to speak. Elon shared that he wanted to upgrade the car to electric and try to make it transform for real. In 2019, Musk said that it was possible to create a working version of a submarine car, although it would be difficult. Elon even suggested that Tesla might someday make a show car out of it. I think the market for this will be small but enthusiastic, he said. In fact, Tesla even has a design for a submarine car, but they are surely not going to show it in the nearest future. In case of a submarine vehicle and Pravda, the projects were more hypothetical, fantastical even. Like, it would be cool, but the priorities are clearly different. However, there are other ideas that were cancelled because they have not proved to be viable. The list includes Dragon's propulsive landing and a solar roof for a Tesla car. Elon Musk proposed making a solar roof for the Model 3 in a tweet in 2016, but 6 months later he said that he meant panels that unfold from the trunk and cover the hood. The roof of the car is too small to catch a significant amount of sun. And that's not counting the fact that cars are mostly parked in the shade in a parking lot or in a garage. But in the case of propulsive landing, Elon Musk admitted that it would take a huge amount of effort to verify the safety of the ship, especially for crewed missions. It is easier to land with parachutes, although the ship is technically capable of doing it. So they immediately redirected all of the resources to Starship. And then, of course, Tesla's battery swap idea falls perfectly into the same scenario. The company unveiled the program in 2013, built a test station for select Model S owners, and realized they couldn't scale the idea. Battery replacement cost $80 and took 90 seconds, while charging was free. Supercharger's power output has increased and continues to grow. 54% of Model S owners were not interested in battery swap, so the product got cancelled. Oh, and of course, a number of Elon Musk's ideas have transformed into something completely different compared to the original plan. Falcon 5 was supposed to come between Falcon 1 and 9, but in the end, SpaceX simply skipped it. ITS, which later became BFR, Big Falcon Rocket or Big F***ing Rocket, became Starship. New Tesla owners are now paying for charging, and the autopilot computers and cameras have changed, although originally that wasn't the plan. Well, if you're not flexible enough, you can't quickly adapt to the ever-changing reality. So despite all these unfinished projects, we should give Elon Musk credit. He knows how to prioritize, transform his business according to current trends, and definitely follows the "if the horse is dead, get off" principle. Thank you for watching. Please support us by liking this video or donation to our channel. We will be back with more videos shortly.